Time has come.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back again. So in today's video, I'm gonna be finally doing my book review on Godzilla vs. Kong, The Art of the Ultimate Battle Royale. If you plan on getting this book, let me tell you something. There's a lot more to this book than just artwork. And that's because this book does require a lot of reading. And the type of reading that I'm talking about is this kind right here. A lot of reading. And the best way to really describe this book is that basically this art book is like a behind the scenes in the style of a book. This art book goes through a breakdown of the whole entire movie. They go into more details about Godzilla, Kong, other creatures from the Hollow Earth, and even the characters in the movie. And my first impressions right away from the art book was literally just the art itself. This image right here is the front cover of the book, and this is the art concept from Hong Kong. And this image right here is the back cover of the art book, and this is also the art concept when they're fighting on the ship. The artwork is so good, like literally every single image, I can easily make that my wallpaper if I really wanted to. You also learn more about the people that made this movie, especially when you learn a lot more coming from the director himself. Like after reading this book, you can really tell that Adam Wingard really threw his heart and passion making Godzilla vs. Kong. This book was so good in details, I literally had to take notes while I was reading so I can make this video as well. And now I can finally share all these awesome facts with you guys that I thought were really interesting from the book. You know how there's some angry Kong fans that really claim that Adam Wingard is a biased director towards Godzilla? Well, according to Adam Wingard, he states that even though he's a big fan of Godzilla, he always maintained having Kong being the emotional center in the films. Kong doesn't give up. He never stops. He never bows down, and that's how they can establish some respect. One of the writers, Terry Rossio, he also had a lot of interesting details in this book. Terry Rossio said that part of his goal in this film was to give both sides the hero Godzilla vs. Kong fans wanted. He also states that if you take away the fur and scales, Godzilla and Kong are the same cinematic character, dangerous yet misunderstood behemoths, persecuted unfairly by humans, and symbolizing some base aspect of the human experience. Godzilla is a film hero, like a demigod walking the earth. While we may not fully understand his agenda, as an audience, we never doubt that on some deep level shit, his actions are just And the reason why Kong is the emotional center in the films is because us humans can relate to Kong a lot more than we can, with our emotions towards Godzilla. So I honestly thought that made sense. Cause I mean, it is true. I also learned that during the process of making the storyline, Adam Wingard would mention that Kong would start out as a hero while Godzilla is a heel. The outcome would be definitive while allowing the loser of the fight to still keep his dignity. They could earn each other's respect. And that makes sense because we did see that at the end of the movie. I also understand why this movie took so long to be released. When it came to that November 2020 Thanksgiving release last year, at that time, the movie had about 980 complicated effect shots. And that allowed the visual effects team to take some more time to get those visual shots done correctly. One of the writers, Zach Shields, also mentions why Monarch is more in the background this time in Godzilla vs. Kong. And that's because after the events of King of the Monsters, Monarch was pushed into the background after failing to contain the damage, with society turning to private entities like Apex Cybernetics. Monarch is demoted in Godzilla vs. Kong. So it makes sense why we always see Apex a lot more often compared to Monarch. If you guys also remember that one picture where it shows Alexander Skarsgård punching somebody, that was actually a deleted scene when they were going in the Hollow Earth. And pretty much how this scene was going to play out originally was that Nathan Lin was going to find David Lin's Monarch Osprey in the Hollow Earth, and pretty much it was like near a collapsed passage that once led to Skull Island. I thought it was really interesting how originally they were going to use the Hellhawks that were going to be the ones responsible for the death of David Lin. They also had a Titan that actually never made it into the final cut of the movie. So this Titan was originally named Shimada, and it was a Hollow Earth creature that pretty much like submerges itself in goo and also has its natural little camouflage. And pretty much how this creature works is that it pretty much hides underneath to catch prey with a mouth wide enough to grab several humans at once while blending in to its environment. And pretty much it could have been like, the first day stage of a much bigger creature. It was an interesting concept. Too bad it didn't go in the movie though. Now when I learned about this picture right here, oh my god, I was so traumatized. That was the original art concept for Warbat. In the process of making the Warbat designs, oh my god, they were supposed to be multi-jointed with Battle Shredder wing membranes. Like, there's just no way that was the original design for Warbat, so that is just crazy. A lot of people talk about Titanus Doug being like another future legendary Godzilla, but I just came to find out for the most part that even though Titanus Doug and legendary Godzilla kind of resemble towards each other, it's possible that that could either be Godzilla's evolutionary ancestor or his distant cousin. And what I really like about this book too is that this book really does give you hope for future Monsterverse films. There was always that one question: is there going to be any more Monsterverse movies? Well, according to this conclusion of the book, it does say that Godzilla and Kong aren't going anywhere, and the Hollow Earth is waiting to be discovered, and not every story needs to be told as a feature film. That doesn't sound like a no to me. And I already know that they're already talking about doing the Son of Kong as the sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong, so until time tells us otherwise, we will see. And if you guys are curious as to how much I spent on this book, I pretty much got this book for like no more than $45. Is it worth it though? Absolutely. This book is filled with nothing but just passion and how creative these guys were while making Godzilla vs. Kong. Like some of the things that we're still debating about up to this day for some weird reason. I mean, the book pretty much does a good job, you know, going into great details about those things, so I recommend it. Now, if you're honestly not the type to read like that, don't get it just for the pictures. I promise you, it is more to it than just pictures in this art book. There's a lot more to it. But this book will make you read so good that your head starts to mentally hurt, so get ready for that. Thank you guys for watching this video. And if you guys are new to this channel, please smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on that bell. And I will see you guys the next time. Peace.